What is up, guys? And we are back with part 2 of the health, fitness, consciousness journey episode. Real quick before I get into it, I noticed, you guys might have noticed, I posted a little trailer video on my page for a cause that I have going on right now. I'm going to get into that real quick before we hop back in. My goal is to bring you guys the most honest, unbiased information out there. There are a lot of different factors coming into play with information that is released to us nowadays. I'm not going to get too much into it, but in my opinion, you cannot let a source of authority or a corporation dictate to us what factual information is. You cannot. I think that is a no-no. It is a very slippery slope after that, because if you constantly look to a source of authority or a person who looks at you as someone to make money off of, if you listen to them for what's factual information, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get factual information. So my goal is to bring you guys factual information to your lives to help you elevate your consciousness to that level where you have your freedom of information and can choose what information you want to partake in. Another thing I want to do is I want to bring the forefront of real scientific discovery to the table. I think a lot of our scientific discovery and our scientific methods we use are put towards the wrong things. We're constantly focused on weaponry and consumerism instead of actually benefiting ourselves as a society as a whole. So my goal is to some way make sure I can bring that to you with real science, real discovery, or discoveries that have already been made and have not been brought to the surface. The other thing I want to do too is give you guys an interactive experience. I want to take this cast worldwide. I want to maybe hold events for everybody about health, fitness, consciousness, and have some musical guests there too to help, imbibe in the good times and have the good vibes. So that is what I'm trying to bring to you guys as far as that cause goes. If you check on my Instagram profile, there's a Linktree link. It has this channel and the GoFundMe to help that cause. So like I say, if you like the vibe, subscribe, maybe pitch a little in, and a consciousness festival might be coming somewhere near you one day. All right, so back to it. We talked about the meditation aspect, the guided meditation we left off on, and now we're going to talk about part 2 of your journey and what comes next. So as you're going on this health and fitness consciousness journey or self-discovery, self-improvement journey, you're going to start seeing the world in a lot of different ways. And you're probably going to start seeing things and situations in a way that you didn't before. And to some people, this can be a real eye-opener. To some people, this can be quite distressing, because we're all in this society raised differently. We're all subject to different opinions that were either imposed upon us by our parents, by our families, by sources of authority, by schools, all different kinds of things that we have taken our viewpoints and our opinions and either made them into our own, or it's a firm way we see the world and reality. And I want to let you guys know that there's more to life than the way you were raised. There's more to life than the opinions and the views that you grew up with. Okay? And as far as your family goes, your family was just trying to do the best they can for you. It doesn't mean they were in the same headspace you are in now, okay? It doesn't mean that, you have to live that way in your life now, okay? You are your own individual. You are your own person. You are entitled to your own opinions, your own beliefs, and whatever you want to do, as long as it doesn't take or hurt from anybody else. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm getting into with that is you're going to encounter a lot of difficulty in the way you see things at this point, and do not let that be a deterrent. You are meant to see things the way you are meant to see things, and that is the way it's supposed to be. So you're going to come across that, guys, and just be ready for this in the journey. I mean, you might even start losing some people you thought you were your friends, okay? And I'm going to tell you that it's going to be detrimental. It's going to feel painful at the time, but I promise you, it is only weeding out the bullshit, okay? This is only weeding out what no longer suits you in your life. And you might start to see that because of your changes and because of what you're doing and how you're improving yourself, that your friends group is going to go from 20 people to maybe 2 or 3, okay? And that's going to be a big change for you. But I encourage you to keep pushing forward on this and this journey, because those friends that you have left are going to be your quality friends. Okay, these are the friends that are going to be by your side no matter what. Okay, and these friends are going to help you do what you need to do as far as better yourself on your journey. So take that in mind, guys. And when it comes to family members too, even family members are going to maybe stop messing around with you or distance themselves from you. The reason for this is because when you start to go on a journey of self-discovery and you start to go on a journey of self-improvement, it's going to make a lot of people around you insecure. Okay? And the insecurity might present itself in many different ways. People might ask you why you got to eat so healthy, why you got to lift so much, why you got to run so hard, or skip the gym today, hang out, let's do this, let's go get a burger or a donut or things like that. You're going to notice that people who you thought were your friends and who you thought were out there for you are going to start trying to dismantle your journey subconsciously. And most of the time, I'm going to tell you guys, they're not doing it on purpose. It is because they have this insecurity within themselves, and they see you, somebody who is close to them, trying to better themselves. And it draws out that insecurity in them. They want what you have, but they can't achieve it, or they feel they can't achieve it, or they don't know how to achieve it. And it makes them feel lesser as a person watching you succeed. Okay, not everybody's going to be like this, though. You're going to have your friends, they see you improve. It's going to motivate them. They're going to want to improve. They're going to want to get on your level. And those are the people you want to chill with. And those are the people you want to put in your circle and associate yourself with. The ones that are, working with you and driving you to be the best you. The ones that aren't, who become jealous or try to subconsciously sabotage your journey, you have 2 choices. Okay, depending on how close this friend is to you, how much they mean to you. I mean, if they're just a drinking buddy or an acquaintance, I'm going to tell you just to drop them right then and there, but if this is a long-time friend that you've been with throughout the years, and he or she is acting this way towards your journey, sit them down and make it apparent to them before you decide to cut them out or distance yourself. Be like, hey, look, I'm trying to better myself right now. I'm trying to do this, and I feel like you're trying to kick me in the side, or you're trying to, in some ways you're acting weird about my journey. And the reaction of that conversation is going to dictate whether you distance yourself from this person and you give yourself space during this time, or you can still choose to interact. The reaction of that conversation is going to be the basis for your decision on that. Okay? So this is another thing you're going to be encountering in this self-discovery journey too, is you're going to have a lot of haters appear out of the woodwork. You are. And don't sweat it, guys. Don't. Okay? This is a side effect. All right? And this is going to help make you more conscious and more aware of your journey and your circle you surround you with. I think there's an old saying is, if you play in the mud, you're always going to be dirty, or something like that. Or, you hang around trash, you're going to start smelling like it. I know that one's a little bit harsh, but when it comes to your journey and improving yourself, the circle of people you choose to associate with is going to be a very important thing. And now, if you're like me, I would call myself half extrovert, half introvert. I'm half and half. I'm not taking the title on either or, because I have my moments where I am sociable. I do like to conversate. I do like to talk. I'm passionate about a lot of things. Obviously, I've made this podcast. So, I have my moments where I am extroverted. I want to be around people, see people. And then I have my moments where I'm introverted, where I want to be alone. I want to be by myself. I want to have my me time. You know what I mean? I want to chill, decompress, all that, So I don't really have a large friends group to begin with. But I will tell you this, when I first went on my journey about 10, 12 years ago, my friends group got smaller as I started to better myself. All of my friends were still caught up in the partying every night, getting drunk, going and sleeping with as many females as they possibly can. And I was no longer at that stage in my life. So after I ended up leaving that situation and bettering myself, a lot of them stopped talking to me and a lot of them distanced themselves from me because of the journey I was going on. And I noticed the peace I started to feel as I didn't have all this drama in my life anymore. You know what I mean? I didn't have to worry about so-and-so doing this to so-and-so or this and that. I mean, I didn't have to worry about getting egged on to go out. What are you, a wimp because you don't want to go to the bar and drink? And it's like, it's not that I'm a wimp. It's that I'm trying to get shredded. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get big. I'm trying to have my goals on my fitness and going to the bar every night and, drinking and doing stuff like that. And, I had met my now fiance at the time, and going around and sleeping with people wasn't really up on the par for me also. So I had decided, that this is where I wanted to go with my life. And I did lose a lot of friends because of it. So we're going to get to the next point. So now you're on the next level of this discovery. You're dealing with that, and you're dealing with seeing the world in a new way. And you're starting to have these opinions that contradict the information you've been programmed with pretty much since the time you were born. So all I can say, guys, is do not fight these, okay? Do not fight anything that's going on. Let it play out and let the universe show you what it has in store for you when it comes to this, because I'm telling you, there's a light at the end of that tunnel, and there's a lot of magnificent things that happen. You will be reunited with your tribe. You will eventually find your people who are on your level, who are trying to do what you're doing. And when you do that, hold them close, guys, because they're there for you for a reason. All right, we're going to take another break. I am going to come back and conclude this with part 3. Thanks for hanging on, guys. Stay tuned. I will be right back.